All right, so if I do 65 for y'all, you got to do like 63 or 64 or just something similar to it, right? Okay, so in doing this, like these are not inverses of each other, so you can't do anything fancy like crossing them out and then considering the range and blah, blah, blah. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to use the inside to make a triangle. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. Where would this triangle be? Now, cosine is positive here. Like these are positive right here. Where do we get positive values of cosine? We get positive values of cosine in quadrant 1, and we get positive values of cosine in quadrant 2, right? Right. However, which two quadrants are we considering for our cosine? There's only two quadrants our cosine exists in our unit circle. 1 and 2. So that puts that triangle out of business, and so it's only this triangle. So now we're not technically in our unit circle, but we're thinking about the circle, the unit circle when we're doing this. Do you guys know where the x and the 3 labels would go for our triangle? It's adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So if this is my angle, this would be the adjacent right here. That would be your x, and this would be your hypotenuse. That's how I know we're not inside our unit circle, because that's a length of 3. The hypotenuse has to be 1 if we're inside our unit circle. But we don't need to be inside our unit circle right here. All right, in order to find tangent of this. How will we find tangent of this? Tangent of this angle. Guys, remember, this is just an angle. Let's get rid of him. This is an angle. Theta. This guy right here. Theta. So that in there just gave me an angle, right? Answers to inverse trig functions give you angles. So what is tangent of this angle? I can't do tangent at this angle. I don't have an opposite. Can we find an opposite? Yes, you can. You guys are very intelligent. Here we go. Let's find the opposite side. Let's see. We got 3 squared equals x squared plus, oh man, what is that going to be? So y squared. Yeah, that sounds good. So we have y squared. So let's get that y alone, shall we? We shall. We're going to go 9 minus x squared, and then we're going to square root the dude so we don't have to write this squared on that guy anymore. You do plus or minus. However, we know that it's positive because we're in quadrant 1. All right, so now we have it. Get rid of that y and put square root of 9 minus x squared. All right, so now we have our opposite. We have our adjacent side. So what is tangent of this theta? I will tell you. It is 9 minus x squared over x, and that's your answer.